Hello and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Friday, November 22nd, 2019, and we are very excited to have Blushing in the studio with us today. Take it away. Hell yeah. You're watching Audiotree Live with Blushing. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
How are you? Thank you for having us.
Of course. I'm doing very well. Thank you. So you guys are on tour right now with Ringo Death Star, right?
Yes.
How is it going?
It's a dream every night.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're having a great time, and we love them, and we just get to, show up to a new city every day and get out of the van and play a song, and, it's really cool, and hang out with our friends.
Yeah. Do you like the touring aspect of being a musician?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really fun.
Oh, good.
It's kind of sad. I think it's kind of a common thing whenever you get back home to have post-tour depression.
Yeah.
Like a lot of musicians go through that, and we experienced that in July when we went out the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is it like the post-tour depression? Is it because you're not playing shows every night? Is it like going back into like a routine? Like what is the...
Going back.
Yeah,
to
Going back to work.
Going back to work.
Yeah, I think you
True.
get into the rhythm of what you're doing. At first, it feels weird, and then you get used to it, and then you get back home, and after you take a really good bath and shower and get a lot
Yeah.
of sleep, then you're like, okay, when's the next show? Where are we going?
Yeah.
And you're not doing that.
Yeah.
So it's just boring.
I mean, on tour, you're always sort of like, you always have this like very high thing at the end of the day. And so to not have that
Yeah.
it's like a weird,
Yeah.
it's a weird transition.
It's a psychological thing, I
True.
guess.
Have you ever had the feeling of, I mean, of course you have, but the feeling of like, you play a show and then you're like, your adrenaline is so high and then you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll just go sit in the green room now.
No, well, for me, it lasts. Like, once
Yeah.
you have the adrenaline, it lasts for the rest of the night, and sometimes it's hard to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Do
like
you
the
ever do
high
that?
of like having been on stage and then you get off stage and you don't have people in front
I
of
have
you
to
anymore.
decompress.
Yeah.
I have to go decompress like right away.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
What do you do generally?
I usually just go to the green room for a second
Yeah.
before like Ringo usually sets up some, and because like there's a little 10-minute break.
Yeah.
Or you can just kind of like relax, and I guess we should be selling more merch during that time.
No,
but-
I think it's important for your like mental health
Yeah.
to like get off stage and just like sit in a quiet room for a second.
Yeah.
Because it's not only like you're not only entertaining people when you're on stage. Like when you're selling merch, you have to have so many like conversations, and it's probably so fun. Like, do you enjoy meeting the people who are like listening to your album?
Yeah, that's one of the best things about touring.
Yeah.
Is that, people come up to us and they're like, I drove, 2 or 3 hours to come see you. Like,
That's
thank you
awesome.
for coming over here. And we're like, thank you for being here. You
Yeah.
know? It's nice when people tell us that stuff.
Yeah, to know that people are like listening to your music just by
Still-
themselves.
Yeah, that by itself just blows
Yeah.
our mind.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But Christina, I know you're in school now for vocal. For what is it exactly?
Yeah, so in January, I'm going to start teaching voice at a community college in Austin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so I have a degree in psychology, and it was the wrong degree to teach music. So I had to take a couple of classes, and then I'll be starting in January. So I'm actually excited to get back home and start doing
Yeah.
that. So I do have something to look forward to.
Yeah. What age group? Anyone?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can take my class. I mean, I suppose even high schoolers can enroll in college courses, but it's through the college.
Oh,
so,
cool.
However, whoever wants to take lessons, it'll be one-on-one. So
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Is
it's
it? Are
cool.
you classically trained?
I am.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm classically trained, and then, I switched over, joined the band, and kind of had to take a new approach to singing that I had never thought about. It was really, really different, and so that was kind of what inspired me to want to start teaching voice. For people like me that want to sing in bands and don't want to sing classical music. But I mean, I love classical music. but
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like a different skill set.
it's a
Yeah.
totally different thing.
Like I tried to sing classically, but I had grown up singing like pop music, and so I would always be like, my teacher would say like, you sound too pop, and I'm like, I'm trying my hardest.
Yeah, and see,
Yeah.
I would always be told, you sound too pretty. The first few times I tried joining a band, people would say, okay, can you sing? It sounds really pretty, but can you sing it a little differently? Can you sing it a little dirtier? Or,
Yeah.
and those are things those are
unlearn
words
so
I
much.
hadn't heard before
Yeah.
for singing. And so, yeah, I had to learn a whole new skill set, I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah.
Well, it sounds great.
Well, thank you.
So thank you for being here. You can roll into your next few songs. live with Blushing. Sounds great. Michelle, so you and Jacob are going to Japan like, soon?
Yes, next month.
Oh,
actually,
really?
Yes.
And you're going to see the label that put out Blushing's record in Japan, right?
Hands and Moment is the Tokyo-based label that put out our CD, our LP on CD. And so we already had a trip kind of planned for fun, just us, but then the whole like label thing happened. We're like, well, let's just go hang out with Hands and Moment and like, you know, have a tour guide and a friend. And
oh, totally.
yeah, so I think we'll meet up with him and maybe talk about, I don't know, maybe one day coming over there. Who knows?
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
So you're going to be in Tokyo?
We're going to be in Tokyo for, I think, 4 days, and then we're going to take a train over to Osaka for like 3 days.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
And you've been before, you said?
We've been before, yeah, like 2 or 3 years ago. But I think it'll be different having kind of a friend there to like just show us where to go, help us.
That's the move when you travel.
Yeah.
Is to have someone who like knows the ins and outs rather than like reading a bunch of like hidden gems in this city articles.
Yeah, that everyone's read. And,
And
it's no
everyone's
longer-
there. You're like, and we're all American here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. I actually have a question for everyone. And so it's nearing the end of the year, and I love finding out the answer to this question for people. What is your favorite album that you have discovered this year? It doesn't have to have come out this year.
Oh, I got one right off the top of my
All
head.
right. You can just shout it out when you're ready.
Everybody knows what I'm going to say. This band, Flasher,
Mm-hmm.
from DC, like,
Love that band.
oh my gosh. Like, there was a point, I think, where I listened to it, the whole album, like 3 times a day. Like,
Those are the
listened to it
best.
so much. I didn't even realize it was this year that it came out.
Yeah.
Feels like
Yeah.
I've been listening to it for a long time.
Yeah.
like we saw them, we played Athens Pop Fest last year, and they played, and like, it was awesome to play that, but the highlight was that they also played it, and I was like,
Yeah.
like one of my favorite bands, and we're playing the same fest as them. So
Yeah.
for me, Constant Image by Flasher.
It's a really good album. Anybody else?
They just all like Flasher. I don't know.
Yeah. I really like the new Drab Majesty album.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Love them.
Yeah, so
Nice.
good. I found out about them, I think it was early last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was right when the demonstration came out. And
They're
I
so
was
cool.
just really blown away. And it was the same thing. I think it was the only thing that I listened to for like 6 months. I just couldn't stop. So
I love albums
I
like
was
that.
excited that they released another one.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, I like that band Longbeard. Like she came out with
That
that new record. The new record, it's like really cool.
So
I like
good.
it. Yeah.
Such a good album. Well, thank you for indulging. Do you have an answer? No? Okay. Thank you for indulging this question. I love hearing that. My answer is Exile in Guyville, the Liz Phair album. I only just started listening to that this year,
Oh my gosh.
and it like changed my life.
Awesome.
But anyway. Well, thank you guys for being here. I'm excited to hear your last song.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Thank you.
having us. This is awesome.
True Live with Blushing. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, of course. They'll be playing at Mickey's Tavern tonight in Madison, Wisconsin, and they'll also with Ringo Death Star, and they are on tour with them through the end of the month. And you can check out those dates on their socials, and their self-titled album, Blushing, is out now. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the audio engineers and to the camera and lighting crew, and everyone who makes this machine go. All right, we'll see you later.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?